This is Kerbal Space Program, and this game was very generously gifted to me by InsertDiskB. Thank you very much. And this is a game where you control these, you command these little Kerbal creatures called Kerbals to, engage in a space program. And it's really a cool idea. It's still in alpha, it's still in development, but it's still like a sandbox game at this point. But there's going to be further development on it, obviously. But it's been highly recommended, and this is my first time checking it out, so let's go. Cool. Oh, moon or bust. That's an umlaut, so it's moon. Yeah, that's funny. Okay, it's training, I guess. I'll need to figure out what I'm doing. Construction basics. I'm not sure whether I should skip this or just, skip the video. This tutorial presented by famous rocket scientist Werner von Kerman himself. Covers the basics of rocket construction. Okay, let's have a look. Welcome to today's lecture on vessel construction. I'm Werner von Kerman. Whether you want to put a satellite into orbit, fly a transcontinental flight, or step onto the very surface of the moon, you're going to need to build yourself a ship. It should be pretty easy, even if you're not a famous rocket scientist like myself. See, my accents are shit. They just go all over the place. I went to Geordie there, I think. I don't even know. Can't do it. First part required in any vessel construction is a command module. This part will either contain a plucky Kerbal crew or an automated pilot mechanism. The command menu should be... Ah, there we go. Oh look, it looks just like that. That's cool. Okay. Two of them. Let's just have that one. Interesting choice. Not what I would have picked, but after all, you are not a famous Kerbal rocket scientist like me. I sound like a macaque now. This is weird. Okay. If you ever need to move the vessel around, you can Oh, look at that. Oh, okay. I thought that was way off in the distance, like over there, but it's actually just like here in front. That's weird. Okay. So we need some fuel to burn. Select one of the tanks on the left. Okay. Let's plop that down. Make sure the fuel... Oh, okay. Done. Okay. Is that a rocket? Let's just go with a simple one. Snap. You remind me of a younger, less experienced, considerably less famous version of myself. Some parts are designed to blah blah blah. Surfaces. Okay. Attach some radial parts. Okay. This is nice. I like this. It's kind of you can do a lot of customizing, I believe. Messing about and look, I can move. It's really the area. Yeah. Use a too large button bottom left of the screen. Oh, okay. Really? Anyway, let's not mess with this too much. So if it goes better than it looks. If you want to see its weight, lift and thrust distribution, you can use the 3. Oh, sorry, those, yeah. Center of mass. Oh wow, this is nice. Yeah, this uses like a proper physics engine and everything. It's all it's not exactly rocket science, but it's more like, well, you know. Last but not least, make sure you assign a name to your vessel by selecting... Oh, okay. So let's call it, oh dear, names. Oh dear, names. Oh shit. Well, in honor of another failure of a spacecraft, I'm going to call it Turmeric, and if you know that reference, then you watch my channel. So, well, you watch a particular video on my channel. Anyway, let's carry on. Looks like our time is almost up. I have to go give another science briefing to the world media along with parts features for you to play with. Okay, well, let's just play with it then. Look at all this. Tri-stack adapter, small hard point. Ooh. Stick that thing on. Yeah, that's good. Can I see? Oh, there we go. Oh, look at that. Oh. It's got symmetry. Yes. I see. Right, because I've selected symmetry mode. There. Oh, different symmetry modes. Oh, I like that. That's nice. Angle. Look at that. It's just things. Oh, look at that. This is ridiculous. This craft. Look at that. This is a disaster. It's got ears. Oh, it's funny. Okay. Let's just launch stability. Oh, there's so much stuff. But I don't want to get too bogged down in the details. I just want to kind of give my first sort of impressions and stuff. Propulsion, control, inline stabilizers. Oh, this is mental. There's so much stuff. Apparently, NASA has actually been playing with this. They've, you know, because it's very, you know, it's kind of a cartoonish version of the space program, obviously, but it's close enough to realistic that it's fun for them to play with. You know, you'd think it would be a bit of a busman's holiday, but it kind of allows them to just sort of go mental, like I'm doing here. Except that they know what they're doing. You know, when you're doing a real space program, you have to worry about things like explosions and death and terrible things that can happen. But when you're messing about like this, you can make this fucking monstrosity. Look at this. It's terrible. It's completely terrible. Okay, can I launch it? Oh look, there's fuel tank. I thought that was a lifeboat thing. Action groups. What's this? Stage gear. Oh god. Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot more I need to do. Bill Kerman, Bob Kerman. They're all. That's kind of like calling somebody Bill Human. It's just weird. Mission flag. Oh look, different flags. That's nice. Cool. I wonder if you can have trees. Yeah. I wonder if you can have so launch. Yeah, just fucking launch it. Let's just do it. Oh, what's going on? Oh, it's in space already. Is it? How is it in space already? I don't understand. It's in the void of darkness. I don't understand. I should have done the tutorials. Is this a simulator? I don't get it. Jebediah Kerman. Okay, I need to do tutorials. Okay, I thought I'd spare you the tutorial. It's pretty basic. It's just controls and stuff. So yeah, now I'm at the end of it, and he says space one ready to launch. So let's do it, please. It's not working. Oh, I've got to set throttle to max. There we go. There we go. Throttle up and finish. There we go. So now I can look around the ship and let's take off. Whoa! Okay, now I can change various angles of things like this and stuff. And next stage. Oh shit, that was not ideal. No, that's not what I meant to do. Oh no. Oh dear, that's weird. Why am I still going up? I suppose it's momentum. I shouldn't have separated yet. I thought there was a second stage. I'm sorry. These guys, oh, they're so happy. Yay, we're going to space. No, you're not. Not yet. Sorry, I screwed up. There's the thing. Kerbal 2 debris. Well, that was fun. Okay. So that's the launch tutorial. I guess I launched. I certainly did. Oh, what did I do then? Oh, there's no extra thing. I've got these other controls, reaction controls, but this thing has no control. It's just a thing. Am I falling too fast? Oh, there, the parachute deployed. Good. There, it's got the hole in it. It's all quite accurate. Oh no! Oh look, the piece. Oh, the pieces flew off and everything. And they, look, that bounced up in the air so high. Okay. Right. I guess I'll do the next tutorial. See how I can fail at the next part. Now this is the Space Orbit tutorial, and this is cool. Let's have a look around. The first look in space. It's beautiful. Yeah, this game is cool. It's got some really nice soundtrack. Yeah, orbiting is nothing more than free falling. The only thing is that as you fall, you're moving so fast forward that you miss the ground. It's a really cool concept. I didn't get that for ages. I did physics at school, never explained it. It's so fucking simple. See, that's the thing. This game is educational, but it's not trying to educate you. It's just realistic, and you just learn because it's interesting. Oh look, I'm actually falling though. I'm not in a stable orbit. Because you're up here, there's no emphasis to slow you down. You'll continue to freefall endlessly around the planet without having to use your engines. Yeah. Currently on a low, almost circular orbit around Kerbal to get a better view of the situation. Ah, map. Nice. Oh, I'm in a. Yeah, I'm in a. It is stable, but it's not. It's not even. It's like it's bringing me closer and further away. Shift position, mouse, look around. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Let's get a little practical now. I trust you already know your basic. Yes, up here they're very much the same. Only a lack of atmosphere means the ship behaves quite a bit differently. There's no drag slowing you down. Every input you apply, you'll apply the opposite one to come to stop again. Yes, Newtonian physics. Familiar with this from Frontier. Oh look, little pieces I can highlight. I'm going to remotely nudge your attitude controls a little. Try to get the ship back under control afterwards. Oh, this will be interesting. If you find yourself totally out of control, you can hit T to toggle the SAS on. I'm ready. Oh god. Okay, let's try this. Oh, no. Turn the rotation down. Oh. Stop the rotation using the pitch. Okay, I'm doing that. So just use the nav ball to... Oh, this is the nav ball. To orient yourself. Oh, I'm still... Let's see. I'm turning... See, you can see these things here. That's my yaw, pitch and roll. Yaw, pitch and roll. And I know this music. This is Incompetech. This is what's his name? Kevin MacLeod. I know this music. It's very spacey, definitely. It's one of the. I think I used this in one of my Frontier Fundamentals videos, or at least I thought about using it. But yeah, look, I'm kind of. There we go. Nicely done. Attitude control is an essential skill for a spacecraft pilot. Mastering it will be well on your way to becoming the expert commander. You can try this again if you want and press next. Yes, I'm okay with that. Yeah, that's cool. They're using Creative Commons music, and why not? Let's have a look at the nav ball. You've probably seen the symbols on it. Oh yes, I haven't actually. Prograde, vector, retrograde. Okay, I see. It points towards and away from things. Okay, cool. Let's try something a little more involved. Cool. Some of the basic maneuvers. Apopsis. Apopsis is the highest point in the orbit. I see. There we go. And the best place to raise your apopsis is... Okay, I see. If you mouse over, you'll see that we're going to reach it in a few minutes. Once we're there, we'll face prograde and burn. Face prograde. That means, right, that means, okay. Let's period the speed time a little. There we go. Time is passing 5 times faster than normal, which is trying to be there in a few moments. Control the time warp with the... Okay. I'll put us back to normal time. Okay. Let's increase the time warp to 50. And he'll turn it down himself when we get there. There we go. Time to turn prograde and do our burn. Instead of closing the map, let's just bring up the nav ball here. Okay, there we go. Turn SAS on. Okay, so let's see. So I think it's round this way. Stop. Yeah. Now the even though that's not it. Even though Frontier had realistic physics, it didn't have manual control of all the thrusters and stuff. You still just, you know, fly by wire, point and shoot stuff. It's so this is actually a little more involved, and it's very cool. You know, people say that Newtonian physics is boring for games, and I think this is probably proving it wrong by how popular this game is. I can't find the damn thing. Where is it? That's not it. There it is. That is it. Okay, stop. That's no. There. That's it. Okay. We're almost getting past it. Okay. Now I can engage. Oh. We now. Oh, he's engaged SAS to keep us steady. Okay. Throttle up now. Nice. Keep thrusting until you reaches about 800,000 meters. Okay. Yeah, that is increasing. That's so cool. Hope you can hear me over this. Nice. Why do we want to do this though? Like make this really uneven orbit. I kind of want to just crash this thing. That'd be funny. This is really cool. Nearly there. Okay. Cut the throttle. Lift control. Okay. There we go. As orbital maneuvers, pretty much everything you do will affect the opposite side of your orbit. Okay. Similarly, to raise your appearance when you thrust. Okay, cool, got it. And we're on our way to the apoapsis. It's a weird word. Apoapsis. Now, notice your ship loses speed as we rise. Yes, it's because we're climbing away from the planet, of course. Just as you would. Now, the orbit has become very elliptical now, hasn't it? I remember this from Cosmos, the science series with Carl Sagan, the wonderful series. His episode about Kepler, who discovered the principles of orbital mechanics. You know, the further away you are, the slower you move, and as you get closer, you speed up. It's kind of a slingshot, sort of. Not slingshot. Anyway, it's really interesting. I highly recommend you go watch that. More or less immediately. It's better than this. You can find it online. Anyway, Cosmos by Carl Sagan. Here we are. Same as before. Turn prograde and fire those engines. Okay. Let's just turn this around. Should be... There it is. See, and the thing is, I wouldn't have even had to turn the ship to face... You know, this isn't a car. You don't have to turn and face the direction you're moving. You just... Oh, wait a minute. Did we? Oh yeah, we did turn around. That's because we were, like, our orientation was the same, but we turned around the Earth. So, okay, let's thrust up. Ah, the eccentricity. Yeah, that's basically how non-circular the orbit is. And, yeah, it looks like we're trying to get to a nearly circular orbit. You see, Kepler wanted the orbits of the planets to be circular because that's more perfect, and that's more like what, you know, God would create and stuff like that. And obviously religious man, as everyone was in the past, or at least they all said they were, but he saw the heavens as like the creation of God, and the it had to be perfect because, you know, it's God's stuff, and, you know, oh, nicely done. This is how you change the size of your orbit. This maneuver should come in handy on many situations. Whoa, what's going on? Oh, perhaps this is shifting. Yeah, there we go. Changing your orbital inclination. Your orbital inclination is your angle of orbit. Okay, yeah, got it. The angle relative to the equator. I see. If you manage to maintain a reasonable amount of control this far, we should still be in a nearly zero inclination orbit. How can we tell? That is, even though we've changed the altitude of orbit, it still has the same inclination as before. Changing the inclination is done by thrusting in 90-degree angles to your prograde vector without changing your pitch relative to the surface. On our present nearly equatorial orbit, prograde is due east. That means to increase our inclination, the orbit takes us to higher latitudes. We have to burn towards the north. Okay, turn the ship towards heading 360 and operate the throttle. Oh, I see, the angles are actually written on this ball. That's handy. Yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, but the thing is that he wanted to see these as circles, but he kept looking and looking, and the more data he found, he actually had to go to, what's that guy with the artificial nose? The guy with a lot of astronomy data. I don't know. But anyway, he, there we go. Oh, no, I nearly lost it. There. Okay. That's right, and it's 360 is the same as, there we go. The orbit's tilting, is it? Let's see. Yes, it is. Look at that. Yeah. Now, and the more he looked, the more he realised it wasn't actually circular, and it was ellipses. And there's a great line at the end of that episode of Cosmos where he says, you know, he wanted to see it one way, but the facts said another thing, so he chose to believe the truth above his dearest delusions. And that is the heart of science, and that's a really powerful message. Okay, let's turn the thrusters off. This is how you change your orbital inclination. For these manoeuvres, it's always better to do it in the slowest parts of the orbit, so you don't have to spend as much delta V to turn your orbit around. Okay. Inclination changes in larger orbits, such as around out, takes less fuel. Doesn't necessarily mean accelerate. It means 90-degree headings to your prograde vector, which on our nearly equatorial orbit happen to be north. Okay. Now, the last essential maneuver you'll need to learn is lowering our orbit. God, I can't imagine trying to land this fucking thing. As you can imagine, lowering your orbit is very much like raising it, except in reverse. If there's no we're up here, we must use our main engines to decelerate as well as accelerate. Nothing says we have to be facing some direction or another. Also, since our orbit is nearly circular, we can just turn retrograde and do a burn at any time. So let's get to it. Turn toward the retrograde vector. Now, which way will that be? I think it will be... well, I don't know. Nope, it's not it. I like that those vectors are there. It's very nice. There we go. Okay. I kind of want to look and see where the ship actually is in relation to things. Is that right? I see. So we're basically, what we're doing is we're decreasing our forward momentum so that as we fall, our angle of falling is steeper, so that we'll fall towards the Earth, towards Kerbal. So yeah. So this, look, see, it's shrinking our orbit. It's brilliant. If you ever shoot and turn it, get it too low. Okay. Cool. So yeah, this game doesn't have any kind of missions or objectives. It's just kind of a sandbox at this point. But it will have those things later on. There'll be like a sort of tycoon mode where you have to sort of gather resources and make money and stuff. And that will be really cool. But even in its current state, it's pretty cool. What do I need to get? 30,000 meters. Well. Okay. Oh, that's close. That's it, you're on your way back. 30,000 meters is low enough to be in the atmosphere, so you're now on a re-entry course to Kerbin. Once we're below 60,000 meters, the atmosphere will start slowing the ship down, so it won't have enough velocity to rise back up again. I see. Of course. At the end of our lesson now, you can continue doing maneuvers on your own, or wait for paralysis and do re-entry on land. Don't forget to decouple the capsule module and deploy the parachutes. Okay, I wanna try to land this thing. Now, where's the... It's only 7,000 meters. Let's just accelerate time and get there. Whoa, that's a bit too fast. Okay, because we don't want to. Let's take us out of map mode. And look, there we go. Oh, we're falling. Look at our altitude. Oh, this is cool. Okay, slow down. This is awesome. This is the kind of thing I haven't seen since. Oh, why does it change the time warp? The music stopped. Damn you! I was enjoying that.